Hello guys, how you guys doing? It's your boy Good Life, or you can call me David B. Guys, today is Friday. The weekend has just started. Obli, obli. The weekend has just started, guys. How you guys doing? I hope you guys had a beautiful week, and I hope you guys traded well this particular week, because this particular week for me was just ups and downs this week. But we thank God. We celebrate every success, and we celebrate every losses, guys. So now, guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching from. Guys, don't always, I like what is going on in the channel. I like the way the channel is growing, and I'm here to shout out to you guys, to tell you guys a big thank you for the love and the support that you guys bring to my channel. So now, guys, remember, guys, few days ago I posted an update on NAS100 telling you guys that NAS100 is going to sell, but right now NAS100 wants to close the gap that's currently happening that happened at the beginning of the week, which was Monday. So now, right now, guys, in front of my screen, we'll be discussing about the three brothers, right? I call NAS100, US30, and S&P 500 the three brothers. We're going to be comparing them, and then we're going to use all of them to know what is going to happen in NAS100, guys. We're going to be using all of them to know what's going to happen in NAS100, guys. This particular analysis is going to be a very mad analysis that you guys want to watch, guys. This analysis is going to be a very crazy analysis, and I want you guys to do to focus and watch, and then also learn something from this analysis so that you can apply it on your own strategy, or you can apply it when you want to take a trade. So right now, it's your boy, I'll say it again, it's your boy David B, or you can call me Good Life. Right now, let's focus on the charts, guys. Right now, here in front of my screen, we have NAS100, and guys, for let me take out all these drawings. Now, right now in front of my screen is NAS100. So now, what do I see on NAS100? Before we do that, we will do what we normally do, what is called top-down analysis, where we start from the monthly time frame to break it down to the 4 hours time frame, where we use the 4 hours to do what, to take entries, guys. Now, on the monthly time frame, I can see that price is currently bullish. If you check from here to here, you see that price is currently pushing to the upside very vigorously. Price is pushing to the upside, and we know that price, yes, is bullish. There's no problem about that on the monthly time frame. So now we scale down to the weekly time frame. Remember, I always tell you that we use the weekly time frame to do what, to mark the weekly highs and the weekly low, right? We use the weekly time frame to mark the weekly highs and the weekly low of the overall trend, guys. Guys, give me a minute. I just had a call, so that's why my screen is lagging. So now we use the weekly time frame to know the overall to mark the overall highs and the overall low of the chart. So now this is the highs that I've seen, and now we mark the recent low. That's the recent low and the recent highs, guys. So now this is the recent low, and now this is the recent. We have marked the recent highs, and now this is the recent low of price. So now that is it to have gotten that. Very clinical, very clear, very clinical and very clear. So now, since we are inside of the weekly highs and on the weekly low, we are going to now look in depth of it, what is currently happening inside of it. We'll be looking at what is currently happening inside of it. But first of all, on the daily time frame, we're going to adjust. We'll adjust. Okay, let's adjust here to the candle body. We adjust to the candle body. Yeah, there you have it. So now, since we have now adjusted everything, and then we have seen that price, okay, yes, price right now is looking very, since price is inside of this weekly highs and weekly low, we see that price is bullish. But guys, I want to bring to your notice something very important that you should watch out for. Now you can see that at this point, price created what they call a higher high. From here, let me do it again. From here to here, price created what they call a higher high. This was the first high that was created, and now price created a higher low. Now you can clearly see that price refused to break above the previous highs, right? You can clearly see that price refused to break above the previous, rather than price breaking above the previous highs. Price now created what they call a lower high, and price came into this structure. Yes, as you can see, price came into this structure, but now price broke out of this structure, right? Now, since we've seen that price could not create new highs, let me zoom in so that whatever I'm saying you will see clearly. Now, since we saw that price could not break previous highs, that is this high, right? Price could not break this high with this particular side. Rather, price could not create a new highs. Rather, price decided to create this bit of structure, this structure around here. Price decided to create this structure around here, right? We are going to attach everything. We are going to be looking for every single detail. Price decided to create this structure around there. Yes. And also price, after creating this structure, price also refused to break above this level. How many times? 1, 2, 3. 3 times. We have noticed that we also mark that level. Price refused to break above this level 3 times. There was a very, very serious rejection that happened around here 3 times. Yes. So now we can see that price rejected 1, 2, 3. Rather than price breaking above, price came and broke below this particular level to create what they call a lower low. So we're going to mark it. Price broke below this particular level. Let me mark it. Price broke below this particular level to create what they call a lower low. Price broke below this level, remember guys, to create what they call a lower low. That's to tell us that price is ready for the downside. Now this push happened. This push that happened for a reason, so that price will close the gap that was formed during the beginning of the week, right? That's this gap that was formed here. Price did that push to close up that gap. Now, what is currently happening in NAS100? Now, I'm not done with the analysis. Now, let's go to the 4 hours and look at this particular area that price came back into. This particular area that price came back to close up this gap. Now we can see that a new trend has been formed. Price creating what they call, at this level, creating what they call a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high. We're getting ready for a low. Yes. So now you are hearing this first on Good Life TV. Price created that level. So that as price created that level, we are going to mark that new trend with our trend line. We're going to use the trend line on this new trend. Right. Let me shift it so I'll be able to adjust it. I'm going to use a trend line on this new trend that is formed. Now we can clearly see that price now is at this new trend, and for some reason price is responding to the new trend, right? Price is responding to new trend because now we have seen 1 rejection, 2 rejections, 3 rejections, and then 4 rejections, right? We have seen that price is at this new trend. That's to tell you that this move that happened is a temporary move, right? So now we'll go to the 1 hour time frame. I want to break every single thing down so that when we want to take a trade, you guys can also join me and take that trade. So now you can clearly see that this new trend that formed, here has what they call, created what they call structure: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs around here, higher low, and now price is struggling to break above this previous high, right? Price is now struggling to break above this previous high. Now, what are we waiting for now? We are waiting for price now. What are we waiting for now? I'm waiting for price now to break below here. If price can come into this level and break below this level, you heard it here first on Good Life TV. If price can break below this level, we can see, if we can see a candle close below this level, like a candle close below this level on the 1 hour time frame, a candle close below this level on the 1 hour time frame, guys, we are going to sell. But right now I am not selling because we have not seen any candle close. But right now, if we see a candle close, that means structure has been broken. That means structure has been broken on the 1 hour time frame. Let's see if we can apply our counter trend line from here. Let's see if we can apply a counter trend line from here. Let's see. Okay, let me take from here, since this is the recent structure. Let's see now. We have applied our counter trend line on the 1 hour time frame, and also we have marked the zone that price wants to sell. Now, since now we are done with NAS100 analysis, right now we are done with the NAS100 analysis. Remember, guys, I told you that on the monthly time frame, we use the monthly time frame for the overall buyers, which we have done, that we see that price is bullish. Now we go to the weekly time frame to do what? To mark our weekly highs and our weekly low, which we have done, that we marked our weekly highs, and our weekly low. We now scale down to the daily time frame to now know what is happening inside of that weekly highs and the weekly low, to check what is happening inside of the weekly highs and the weekly low. Remember guys, I always tell you that I made a video about support and resistance. Guys, if you are confused about the way I mark my levels, please, I want you to go into my channel and watch that video on support and resistance. It will help you in a great deal. How it will teach you how to mark support and resistance level clearly like me. So now, since we are now inside of the daily time frame, we mark the weekly highs and the weekly low. That is very, very perfectly. So now we now still on the day time frame, try to understand what is going on inside of the weekly highs and the weekly low, which we saw this structure that price created a new high, but at the end of the day, price could not come back to break above that high to create what they call a higher high, which is a new high, but rather price starts stalling inside of the weekly highs and the weekly low, creating a structure looking like a lower low, a lower high, price breaking the structure, going back for a retest to push to the downside. You see that? You see that? So now you heard it here first on my channel that price is going to sell on NAS100. So now we are still on a sell on NAS100, guys. We are still looking very, very, very much strong on the sell, because everything that is happening right now is telling us price wants to sell. Because if price wanted to buy, this structure, this level wouldn't have been so hard, because I took a buy trade around there, but the level was so hard for price to break. Rather, I had one break even around there and one loss around there. So now I decided to wait, and I saw that at the beginning, price has broken the level by creating what they call a lower low, lower high, and ready to go down for a push. So now that is what we have observed here on the daily time frame. Now on the 4 hours time frame, we tried to go back to the 4 hours time frame to look at what is happening, and we applied our trend line on the 4 hours. This first trend line you can see on the 4 hours to see that price has touched the 1, 2, 3, and 4. That is where price is currently at. So now we're going to scale down to the 1 hour time frame to look at the current structure that is forming. We don't want to miss out on this. We want to look at the current structure that is forming, and then we can see that instead of this uptrend, price has created structure: higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high. Price has created structure, which is called price has created structure around here, which is a higher high, higher low, and now we see that price is struggling to break above this previous high. Right. So now we're waiting for price to break this level. We see that price has already broken the counter trend line. We're waiting for a break below this level, and there you have it. That is a sniper entry for us on NAS100. So now we are going to be taking this entry on the 1 hour time frame. For the first time, you are hearing that we are taking an entry on the 1 hour time frame. Yes. Now let's look for more confluences that will make us want to sell NAS100. That is why I introduced you to the three brothers. The three brothers, NAS100 is a brother to US30, and NAS100 is also a brother to S&P 500. What happens on one happens on all, and what happens on all happens on one. So now let's go and look at US30 to know if NAS100 is going to sell. If US30 tells us sell, NAS100 is selling. If S&P 500 tells us sell, NAS100 is going to sell. So now let's go. We're going for adventure hunt. Let's go. Now, so we are inside of US30. Now, let's see what is happening in US30. We can currently see that US30 is also in between the weekly highs and the weekly low. And let's go to the 4 hours. I won't be wasting time on taking too much time on US30, because our main price is the main price that we're looking at is NAS100. So now on US30, we can see that price is a little bit in a range around there. Price is in a range around there. And now we have seen that price has come to this particular strong level. And now price is stalling around there. We can see that price is stalling around there. Let's go to the 1 hour time frame and look at this massive. Okay, now we can see that price is stalling around there. And also, if price is going to break below this zone, we know that price is going to sell. But for now, we are not yet certain that will make us enter a trade. So now we'll see that we keep it around there, we keep it simple around there. So now if price will drop below this level on US30 is a sell, but right now we can see that US30 is reacting to this key level area. US30 is reacting to this key level zone. You can see that clearly that US30 is reacting to this key level zone. That is making US30 make this zone. This zone has rejected price 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5. That's showing that zone is the strong zone, which means that price is going to do what? Sell. So now we have seen that on US30 price is going to sell. That apart from our counter trend line, our breakup structure that we use on NAS100, we have seen that on US30 price is rejected to this major level, which means that price is going to sell. That is one major confluence that we are having from the first brother. Let's go to the second brother, which is S&P 500. Let's look at what is happening on S&P 500, guys. So now, guys, remember, guys, that if you are looking for pairs to trade, guys, US30, S&P 500, and NAS100, they work similarly, so you can trade them and it's very easy going. So now this is on S&P 500. Let's go to the daily time frame. This is on S&P 500. I don't know why my network is lagging today, but this is on S&P 500. We can see that yes, that S&P 500. Let's bring this down a bit. Let's bring this down a bit. Yeah, you can see that S&P 500 has currently been making highs and lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher lows, high. Okay, this one is too close. Let's say even this side is too close. So let's say higher high. Let's okay. Let me mark it. Let me mark it from here. Higher high, higher low, highs. Yep. And low. So now price is inside of the weekly highs and weekly low. Remember, guys, all my trades I first of all mark the weekly highs and the weekly low, because I'm a swing trader. I swing trades for weeks, so I can also swing trade for months. So I need to know my weekly highs and my weekly lows. So now this is the weekly high, this is the weekly low, and price is inside of it. Now let's see what is happening to price inside of this weekly highs and weekly low. So now we can currently see that there's a new structure being formed. We have this lower lows, lower high, lower low, lower high, and we can see that it is respecting our trend line. I applied this already, which is respecting our trend line. So now let's go to the 1 hour time frame to see what is happening inside of here, and we can see that structure is happening inside of this little counter move. Structure is happening inside of this little counter move. Let's apply our trend line. Let's apply the trend line here. Structure is happening inside of this little that didn't apply that well. Let's apply our trend lines to see if price can take any. I'll take here like this. I'll take here. So now we can see that structure is happening inside of this temporary uptrend. We have these higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Have this low. We have this high again, and we have this low, and now price is struggling to break above this previous high to create what they call structure. Rather, we see that price is going to come to the downside. Let's mark our recent level that if price breaks below, yes, we know that is a sell. We're going to mark that level, that's this level. Yeah. So now we are all looking at sales on the three brothers. So that is another confirmation that yes, NAS100 is going to sell. Now we are currently at a very, very major trend line right now. You can see that we are waiting for a sell around there. So now I've just analyzed 3 pairs for you guys, just 3 good pairs for you guys now, so you can pick any one and decide to hop on it. But me, I am currently looking at NAS100, guys. I'm currently looking at NAS100, and I use the 2 brothers to know what is going to happen on one brother. So now we can see that S&P 500 is ringing sell, US30 is ringing sell, and NAS100 too is shouting sell. So now let's be patient, let's wait, let's see what's going to happen. Price can also decide to move from here and push to the upside, and price can also decide to move from here and push to the downside. Any which way, we're going to be involved. So let's look clearly. I'm going to be giving you the updates any which way, but right now we have seen that price has covered the gap, so we're waiting for price to give us a clinical entry so that we can do what we can sell off. Yeah, we're waiting for price to give us a clinical entry so that we can do what we can sell off. Yeah. So now you heard it here first on Good Life TV, and the sale is going to be a massive sale, judging from what I've seen. If price decides to sell, we'll be selling from that area. We'll be selling on NAS100. We'll be selling from this area down to this area. Very, very clinical, very nice, very clinical. So now let's mark the levels that we'll see price come into. Price will come into, first of all, 100% retracement target. Second, we'll have this level. Secondly, we're going to have this level, and then thirdly, we're going to have this level. We have 1, 2, 3 levels. So now on this price, we have 3 profit targets. We have the first, the second, and the third. So now let's see what's going to happen on NAS100. But guys, I'm still 70% on a sell on NAS100, and guys, if this trade is going to enter for me, guys, this is going to be a banger. This is going to be a banger, guys. So you're heading here on Good Life TV. So now the only thing you have to do is just grab your popcorn, grab your tea, grab your wine, grab anything, and just do what dissect this analysis, because I've just dissected this analysis to the 1 hour time frame, from the monthly time frame to the 1 hour time frame. It is called the top down analysis. I've dissected this from the monthly time frame to the 1 hour time frame, and we have seen and we have used our eyes to see what is happening on price. And guys, the only thing I want you to do right now is to take your time, watch out, and if there's anything that you feel that should be here that is not on my screen, the only thing you have to do is just type it in the comment section. And if guys, I'm giving a bonus, if there's any pair that you want me to trade that you're being confused about, also do what, comment in my channel below. If you are swing through that, comment it, and I'll tell you where price is going at a long run. So now it's your boy Good Life, or you can call me David B. The only thing I want you to do for me right now, I love the way the channel is growing, and I'll always be thankful to those of you that one viewer that comes back to my channel to watch my videos is enough, is a good, and is a very, 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 very nice encouragement for me. So I'll be saying thank you. And I'll be saying thank you to all of you that has done that for me. And also, guys, don't fail to subscribe to my channel and give my channel a thumbs up, and also click on the bell notification icon, so that when I drop some encouraging and some analysis videos like this very early, as I'm dropping them right now, you will see them very early, and you'll be able to dissect them and also know what is going on, and also take the trade if you want to take them. So right now, guys, I'm 80% on a sell on the three brothers. I'm 80% on the sell on the three brothers, both on NAS100, US30, and S&P 500. I'm just waiting for confluences to be met. Once confluences are being met, guys, I'm selling off. Once confluences are being met, guys, I'm selling off. So now you heard it here first on Good Life TV that we are going to be selling NAS100, guys. We're going to be selling NAS100. This is like a break of structure, a retest, and a push to the downside. Like everything is just telling me sell, sell, sell. So guys, let's see if the sell is going to come to play. So now on the three brothers, even on US30, I've just broken down US30 for you guys. Remember, guys, I want to use the three brothers to know what is happening on one. I want to use the three brothers to know what's happening on one. So now, because they work similarly with each other, because once one is selling, the rest are selling. Once the rest are buying, one is also buying. So now the US30 is saying sell, and also S&P 500 is also saying sell. That is why I am looking at sales on NAS100, guys. I'm going to take NAS100 trade, and this trade is going to be a banger for me, because I'm going to sell you. So now that is it. So